So in spite of Olympics my way, I was born in 1962. I live with my parents still, the most loving parents, and I have two younger brothers and a whole load of cousins and friends. We lived in a society called Kambala Crest, and it was like, we were in and out of everyone's houses. We played every game of the season. We played kabaddi, kho-kho, gilli danda, cricket, hockey, tennis, football, whatever have you. Whatever was the, flavor of the season. And we also learned riding at the Amateur Riders Club. We went climbing hills to catch snakes. I did a lot of yoga with my uncles who studied at a very renowned school. I was in school, and on stage I saw this little man on the left top front, sensei mystery, tossing people over his shoulders, choking them, locking them. And I said, I want to learn the sport judo. Way before the Bruce Lee era. And to my dismay, in the class, I stood last in every test, belt examination. I never won a medal for 3.5 to 4 years. In spite of that, I carried on. Why? Maybe two reasons. My mother was giving tuitions to pay these fees, and number two, I was improving. There was intrinsic motivation. I was growing tall rapidly. I'm 6'4.5", shrinking now, but because of rapid growth spurt, I didn't have the coordination and the balance, and obviously judo is about coordination, balance, and I couldn't get those required grades or points. Anyway, Sensei Mystery stopped teaching judo, went into karate, and I shifted to Sensei Bangera, and Mr. Manohar Bangera, his son, played a great role in my life as a judoka. Come 1979, I won my first gold medal in Mumbai. And I never lost that till 94 when I retired. But it took 5 years for me to win that first gold. This uncle of mine, he was with me till the time I became national champion. And he was non-judgmental. In my very first national, I was strangled to unconsciousness. And guess what he said? Don't bother, Cawas. Let's go and have a great meal. So we go to this restaurant, have a great meal, and in spite of the next morning, the alarm is set at 5 a.m., and I'm back on my routine, back on my training, and the pain of the previous day gradually fades away. Come 1982, I win my first silver medal at the Nationals in Delhi, and better still, my Mumbai team wins the national championship. 1993, I won a silver, but Mumbai didn't. 1994, at last, I became national champion of India. My team, the Mumbai team, also became for the second time, champions of India. In spite of that, what did I do? Set the alarm at 5 o'clock, got up, and continued with my training. Why do I keep saying this? You may be a champion in whatever you do, but remember, you are champion for that moment, for that instant. If you had to redo it again and do it all over again, maybe the result would be different. And I never wanted this result to be different. I wanted to remain there. It had taken me a lot of hard work to get there. So the alarm rings, and I continue training. Next step, national champion of India. What do I have to do? Go international. On my way back to Mumbai, one of my dear friends, judo friends, told me that there is no hope for you to participate in an international tournament. I said, impossible, I'm going to do it. He said, no, the Judo Federation of India has not been recognized by the Ministry of Sport and neither by the Indian Olympic Association, and this has been going on since 64, and today we are in 84. I said, DAIS was with me in Sydenham College. He saw me win the gold because he was in XLRI Jamshedpur. He came to Calcutta to watch me fight when I won the gold. And I said, DAIS, you have to help me, give me an introduction to your dad. And Mr. Gandhi introduced me to Rajiv Gandhi, who was then AICCI General Secretary. I played upon his emotions, saying that I wanted to fight in the Los Angeles Olympics, which were in '84. So within 2 months, we were recognized both by the Indian Olympic Association and by the Ministry of Sport. Mr. Bhuta Singh was then the minister. Indian Olympic Association was Raja Balinder Singh. It was unbelievable. It happened. And next step, to take participate in an international tournament. Was I ready to go to Los Angeles? No. Not technically, nor was I strong enough. So that was never my aim. We were not recognized by the Judo Union of Asia, neither were we recognized by the International Judo Federation. So I let that Olympic pass, and I said I must go to Japan for training. But I needed 60,000 rupees for 3 months to live in Japan, and I needed the air ticket. Now, I didn't have the money, but in spite of. I knocked at every trust door, and one trust gave me 5,000, others gave me 3,000, my friends and relatives chipped in with 2,000 rupees, 1,000 rupees. I'm talking about 1985. And one sponsor came in and said, wear my badge behind in India. And another said, I'll give you the ticket, wear my badge in Japan. And I was at the Kodokan. The Kodokan is the Mecca of judo. We have the founder's grandson in the bottom left, and that was me practicing. This is Masaki, world champion. This is Van der Waal, a great Olympian champion from Europe. And I thought, my God, I'm going to come back stronger than ever after 3 months and technically very sound. Guess what happened? After 5 weeks, I broke my 5th metatarsal. That is this little bone on my right foot. And I was sitting that evening at the Kodokan, literally in tears, that my dream is in big trouble. And I didn't have money to go to the hospital, neither did I have insurance. So my sensei said that, Cawas, don't worry, I will just wrap it up, trust me. It's a crack. It is a clean crack, in his opinion. And he said he would wrap it up, and I would be okay in 3 weeks. That very evening, I said, I'm not going to come back in 3 months, and I'm going to extend it by 6 months. Now, how do I live there? I have to work. The next day, after the injury, I hobbled down and buy size 17 shoes. I put my plastered foot and obviously the other one in these size 17 shoes, and I go to work at the Maharaja Ginza restaurant. I was laying the table, clearing the table, pouring the water, lifting the glasses, washing the glasses, chasing flies with a tennis racket, with that broken foot, going up on the street, giving pamphlets, discount pamphlets for people to come in for dinner later on. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And it sure made me stronger. I decided then that I will continue working. I will get my free breakfast, my free lunch, and 80 rupees an hour. I will extend my stay and come back more skillful than ever. And before I left Japan, I got the coveted black belt from Sensei Abe, over here. And it was these rewards are good. I told you that intrinsic motivation is everything. But when you get these little rewards along the way, a trophy, a championship, it really feels nice. But that should never be your only reason to do something. That inert passion is most important. Remember that. To succeed in anything which you want badly. After this, what next? Training done, impressing Mr. Yukimitsu Kano, the founder's grandson. He's given you the recognition. Next target, Asian Games, 86. Sensei Kimura and Sensei Mizuno were sent down to train us in India by the Japanese Federation, and we were ready. Come the Asian Games, the atmosphere was so good, beautiful food, lovely environment. 2 days before the tournament, I was 4 kilos overweight. Instead of 95 kilos, I was 99. Irresponsible of me. But that was my first tournament. In the cold climate and with the fabulous food, 4 kilos is nothing. Now I had to lose those 4 kilos. It was running, it was judo, dancing at the discotheque in the evening till I would wring the sweat out of my shirt, going to the sauna at night. Come the day of the competition, I made my weight and I was fighting for the country. This is on the ground during the opening ceremony with my flag, placard bearer, the flame behind, a few fan moments with the Japanese team, and the greatest moment for me when the Indian flag went up. So in spite of all the whatever hurdles, I managed, and my team India did brilliantly too. We came back with 4 bronze medals. It's all about the team. I cannot excel in isolation. If I don't have strong sparring partners, I cannot excel. Remember in life, if you don't have a strong competitor, you may not excel and reach your full potential. Don't be afraid of competition. Embrace it and go beyond. Next target after Asian Games, Olympics, right? But my parents, my brothers, Yani Zail Singh with my team, the president, and Rajiv Gandhi, our prime minister, whom I owe a lot to, and judo in India owes a lot to him. Next target to get I went to thank the trust who gave me 5,000 rupees. He said, come, I'll make you meet the head of a steel company. And I went to meet the boss of the steel company. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm juggling judo with my chartered accountancy. He said, do you want to participate in the Olympics? I said, yes. He said, you can't do that. You have to focus. Join Tata Steel. I said, I will. He called the accountant and said, Cawas will join the accounts department. Accountant said, I need a chartered accountant. But the boss said, if I want a chartered accountant, I can look down from the window and call 1 in 100. I want the number 1 of India, and I know he won't disappoint you in any accounting work which you give him. That's when my mother's words came ringing true, when she had always told me, be the best in whatever you do. Aspire to be the best of yourself. Again, that intrinsic motivation. You should be motivated. Come 1988, it was hard. All the athletes left the Olympic village, except Sandeep Biala and myself, whose name had been sent by the Judo Union of Asia for the Seoul Olympics. We were left behind. People who were 7th, 15th, people who were injured were running relays. But we were left behind. Excuse given to us, we've run out of foreign exchange. That night, coming back to Bombay by train, those 12, 15 hours, tears did not stop rolling. And each time the opening ceremony came, the closing ceremony came, they just kept flowing. And people kept asking, why aren't you there? Why aren't you there? It was hard. But in spite of. The alarm rang at 5 in the morning and the process continued. Yeah. Then I got married in 1989, very understanding, very nice wife, and, full support from the family, full support. That's very important. My bosses at work were also very supportive. Come 1992, I won a silver medal at the Commonwealth. And that earned my place for the Barcelona Olympics. What happened at Barcelona? Did I win? No. I lost in the very first round. I wish I had an opportunity in '88. I may have done better. I was just awestruck by the number of flags of countries participating. Just see them behind me. And it was just outstanding. Here my weight is about 112 kilos. This is Boris Becker, Stefan Edberg, Steffi Graf. And it was so nice meeting all of them because of Leander Pace and Ramesh Krishnan. I left my job in 2003 at my steel company because I get a call which said, would you like to join a school as a sports director? I was so comfortable in my job. But I said, what am I doing at my job? Routine accounting. I think I might influence the lives of a few students in my career as a director of sport in school. And I chose that without even blinking or batting an eyelid. Getting the Arjuna Award from the president, Shankar Dayal Sharma. And then last year, that's my wife, my son, who's also that's my wife, my son, who's also in sports. And I'm very proud of him. And that's Pooja, my daughter, new addition to our family, and that's my little granddaughter. And then last year, August 16th, I couldn't wear my trouser buttons. And I went to hospital. They said, nothing wrong, no stroke, no heart attack, nothing, no aneurysm. It's just that you've got GBS, your body has attacked your nerves, and you're going to be paralyzed in 5 hours. I couldn't even press this remote control. If you gave it to me, then I could press these buttons. And now, in spite of, I have to learn how to stand.